Back 523, issues with recruiting and retaining school bus drivers doesn't appear to be getting any better. Some districts apparently are already saying that more students will lose their bus rides this fall.
Ashar Qureshi looks into a new survey on that shortage that is even worse than ever and alternatives that might be needed.
From California and Iowa to Virginia and Florida, schools are having to make tough choices about how to keep the wheels on the bus going round and round. The deepening shortage of bus drivers has districts adjusting which routes to keep and how many students they can bus in.
You just saw it all over the country. There were districts that had to go remote because they didn't have bus drivers.
Joanna McFarland is the CEO and founder of Hop Skip Drive, a school ride service that operates a fleet of cars and SUVs in 10 states, a sort of Uber for kids.
We've had a driver shortage in this country for 10 plus years. I think the pandemic really exacerbated that.
Bus driver vacancies remain unfilled across the country as aging drivers are retiring in droves. According to a newly released survey from Hop Skip Drive, 88% of survey respondents said the bus driver shortage is the biggest transportation issue they face, a 10% increase from last year. And 67% said they saw a direct link between access to transportation and attendance in their district.
If you can't get to school, you can't get to learning. And unfortunately, we see that chronic absenteeism tends to hit our more vulnerable populations.
We've largely been using sort of the same one-size-fits-all transit solution of a yellow school bus for over 80 years.
Emily Ann Gullickson is the founder and CEO of A for Arizona, a nonprofit education advocacy group that administered a first-in-the-nation state grant program to fund alternative student transportation options.
The reality is it's been a barrier for many families, especially working class and low-income families, for a long time. We know families with means have had transit options for years. And so it's also time we finally have that conversation.
Recruitment appears to be the top problem, according to the Hop Skip Drive survey. Low pay, early retirement, and ongoing COVID health concerns remain contributing factors. Districts around the country have raised the hourly pay and even offered signing bonuses in the thousands. In January, the U.S. Department of Transportation and Education announced they would allow states to waive some CDL skills requirements to help bolster school bus driver applications. But that waiver expired last week.
We can try to recruit more bus drivers, but I think we need to look at other ways of addressing it that may not involve more school bus drivers.
School transportation insiders say more alternatives to the yellow bus, like carpooling, ride sharing, and shuttles, are needed amidst the deepening crisis.
The fact that you can't get to school because we aren't willing to think outside the box, that's going to haunt us for a very long time.
Otherwise, more students may find themselves stranded this fall. I'm Ashar Qureshi reporting.